how that works out. And also, very interestingly, Warren Gatland has come out and said that he would like to warm up for the Springboks test with a game against the All Blacks.
Jesus, can you imagine?
I kind of find this one is like, yeah, that series was a draw. I bet you if I had one more go at them, I could and we'll call it a decider. To me, that game could almost overshadow a tour to South Africa. It's very tantalizing, but I don't know what you guys think.
Do you know what? I wouldn't rule it out, though. The All Blacks need money, right? A lot of stuff's been cancelled. I read today that the senior All Blacks are all taking, I think it's 25% pay cut. They're losing all their bonuses and all their national, above their Super Rugby fees. So they need cash immediately. And I'd imagine if you get a big money game from anybody in the world, especially the Lions, as a warm-up, you'll be looking at that seriously.
There's two things for me. One is the money. I think it'll obviously be a massive money spinner, and that's where Gats is doing his Lions bit and probably his New Zealand bit with the current climate. But secondly, I don't think Gatsby's saying this unless he genuinely thought there was a real chance.
No, that's right.
He's down in among Super Rugby now. He's probably thinking, we can take these. We can take these in a one-off game. But my feeling is history will tell you it's all about the Test series. Now we've had one-off games in recent past. I mean, Barbarians, Argentina. That to me, they don't mean that much. It's all about the series on the time that it's meant to be. That's what the Lions is all about.
I'm going to try and get my rebuttal in early, because I know Paul will tell us who he's been hobnobbing with from Rugby Twitterati in his DMs at some point.
I'm not going to.
But I was very fortunate. I got an invitation to the Lions going away dinner ahead of the last tour. And it's kind of thing, you either get an invitation or you're a big money sponsor. It's the only way you get into the room. And it struck me in that room, for all the pageantry and everything that went on. Like, the Lions is such a massive thing, but you can only, as a British and Irish rugby fan, you can only get your hands on them or see them in the flesh on tour. You can't actually see them in Dublin, in Edinburgh, in like, they might do training sessions, but you can't really get up close and personal. You can't really go and see them in action. We had that game in Cardiff before the 2005 tour against Argentina. So if you imagine somebody said to you, right, I'm going to have the Lions for the All Blacks, and they're going to be loaded, and we're going to play this in Twickenham, we're going to play this in Cardiff. What do you think the cheapest ticket for that would be?
500 quid.
Yeah, but do you think it does? But does it work? So
I think it works. Listen, McGeady, we're not after your purist response here. We want to see the Lions versus the All Blacks.
No, but I'm thinking of the timing of a tour, right? So the timing of a tour, I've just thrown my light around here. The timing of a tour is that you have a couple of warm-up games. We're getting fewer and fewer warm-up games, and they're part of the tour. Like the Argentina game, there was the game in Hong Kong a few years back as well. They aren't real games because nothing has actually started yet. It's the players who are available. The players who probably weren't playing in the pointy end of the season. I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. But having said that, Paul's point is really key here, because money will be everything right now. So we talked last week about how we're going to be blessed if no clubs go to the wall. There's already unions going to go to the wall with this stuff without some sort of rescue package from quote unquote big rugby, right? All bets are off when it comes to what rugby will look like when we come out the other side of this, and what the financial imperative will be.
Well, I will just say one thing in rebuttal to your, it's not part of the tour. It won't really, blah, blah, blah. Look, that's like a football fan telling you that the games in November are friendlies. If the Lions and the All Blacks pitch up on the moon in the middle of December, every rugby fan in the world will take that seriously.
Oh yeah.
Not every single player involved will want to rip the other.
Yeah, but what if half the squad isn't available?
Yeah,
Again,
there
when they're
is
doing
that.
500 quid a ticket, I think every player will be available.
No, they won't. So let's say because we've had this before where the Premiership finals on, you know, and half the Saracen squad are there now. That mightn't be an issue next time around because they'll still be playing Championship rugby. But the point remains the same. So look, I get what you're saying, but I know it's cold, but I've got
Gats might be very clever. He might be thinking, due to this coronavirus now, no autumn series, right?
Yeah.
Australia can't travel, so on. He may be thinking, why
that,
don't we fund an All Black team to come up to us, showcase game? It gives me a chance to have a look at some players Six Nations combinations, what I thought was my team, and I've still then got 6-8 months to the main tour. He's very clever like that, Gats. He'd be thinking, he'd be quite not devious, but he'll be thinking in best ways. This is a chance I can maybe put some players out of the reckoning, or actually shoe in some people who I definitely think. So, if that can happen, then as Adam said, we'll all jump on that in the autumn, won't we?
I agree. And then you play it on the roof. Play it on the roof of a hotel in Dubai. $2,000 a ticket. Off we go. We'll all be going. We will.
On Al Jazeera TV.
On Al Jazeera, $3,000 a pop. Bang.
And we'll do 3 podcasts a day.
3 podcasts a day. Yeah. See you there.
Yes, we will.
We'll have the Guinness shipped in illegally.
So do you know what?